Brotherhood, brothers. As today's topic, I want to bring up a little bit of things that really been on my heart for a while that I just really needed to say. One thing that I am so tired of hearing is we as bikers are gangs. That the law enforcement sits there and says that we are a gang club. Now, I'm sorry to tell you that, but we are not. Yes, there are stupid bucks out there that sit there and take that to the extreme. Hey Todd, how you doing, my friend? We are older than that concept. As long as there's been motorcycles, there's always been some like-minded people that wanted that freedom. Doing good, doing good. Thank you. You know, we started out long before the AMA, which means American Motorcycle Association. Like I said, as long as there's been motorcycles, people's been riding them. People's wanted to experience that freedom. People wanted to experience that freedom. Hey, Black Rose, how you doing, hon? Good seeing you again. Like I said, I'm so fed up. Hey, Mammy, how you doing, hon? Good seeing you again as always. Hope y'all are doing good. Like I said, one of the things that has really been jetting my hide lately is everywhere you turn in the news, you hear biker gangs. We are not gang members. We are not gang bangers. We're family members. We bleed the same blood you do. We breathe the same air. We sit there and we have fun. We enjoy life as a whole. Wow! Finally, I think that I got that right. The Nightbot. Hold on, I want to see something real quick. What in the hell did that thing say? Don't pay attention to that fucker. I'm surprised finally the Nightbot's working. But yeah, like I said, all my life I've been in the Brotherhood. I've seen more good than bad. Bikers do more charity runs than any of the other charities out there. You see bikers gathering together, helping one another. as a whole, not as a whole. And when I sit there and I see this crap going on, man, I tell you, it pisses me off because we are labeled just so that way the law infringement little bitches could sit there and justify getting their money from us. So that way they can get their big dick syndrome. So that way they can get more weapons, more machines. So that way they can act big and bad. Law enforcement does more damage to us than we do our own. We sit there and we are targets. You know why? Because the law wants to be like us. But they have this image to uphold. They sit there and they use us as an example. They want to tear us down because they're scared of us. Hey, Hammy, how you doing, hon? You know, they want to tear us down because they're scared of us. They do anything they can to keep that going, that discord going. To, uh, what's that word? Um, the treasonous, the uh, they want us divided, not united. You know, because that way, if we're fighting amongst each other, that gives all the power for them to sit there and come nail us. They want us in discord continually. Now, I'm one that tells it how it is, the way it is, and I don't care if your feelings get hurt or not. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and that's just it. United we stand. Our biker brotherhood is far older than this gang mentality bullshit. This last decade, you heard bikers being called gangs, and it's increasing more and more each year. You know why? So that way they can get their little machines, so that way they can get their money, so that way they can get all these fancy armors, make them look like they're big dicks. The law enforcement bitches are the biggest criminals out there. They're the biggest gangs out there, and I will tell it to their faces. What they're gonna do? Arrest me for telling the truth? Are they going to sit there and arrest me for sitting there bringing out their shit? Fuck them. We are not gang members. We are not gang bangers. You want gang bangers? Join the law enforcement. Join the Iron Order. Iron Order is a law enforcement club, but they're trying to be one percenters. How in the fuck can that be? You know, we cannot stand on solid ground if we're fighting each other. How could we stand on solid ground? If we're fighting each other? How could we stand solid ground if we're sitting there acting like we're in Montreal in the 90s? How could we sit there and say we're standing on solid ground when you got shit like Waco? How could you say we're standing on solid ground when you got the 1% club that shot that innocent girl a couple years back in Florida? Hey, Grizz, how you doing, my brother? You know, if you're gonna do stupid shit like that, drop your fucking cut. You got the Angels and Bongos sitting there shooting each other up on the highway. Over what? Most of the fight between the clubs are so old and outdated, no one remembers what really happened to cause that. Hey, SNS brother, how you doing, my friend? No. Oh yeah. See, when you're gonna do gang shit stuff, when you're gonna act stupid, drop your fucking cut. Leave your cut at home. Because every time you do gang shit stuff, guess what? We, the rest of the biker brotherhood, get shit on. There's a couple of states that has that gang task force. That if you're riding a motorcycle, Texas is one of them. They'll put you on a gang database, whether you want to be or not, whether you're associated with it, any other stuff, you're still being put on that gang task force. That way they can control us. They know every move we make. So how is that right? For all my biker brothers and sisters out there, I have a question for y'all. I want you guys to think about it hard. Then I want to hear your 2 cents on this. Do you guys like to have the government sitting there up your asses 24/7, watching where you go? Are you sitting there enjoying the fact that you can't ride with your brothers, your sisters, because you got to sit there and hide who you are? Because you got the law enforcement bitches sitting there tagging you every time, pulling you over for no reason, harassing you every time you turn around? Do you enjoy being called a gangbanger? I know for me, I don't. I don't like having the government near me at all. They know it. They also know that I'm not scared of them bitches because I am one to put them in their place. Law infringement bitches, same damn thing. I'm not scared of them little fuckers at all either. I have no reason to. I make it very well known. My attitude depends on your handling of me. If you're going to be cool with me, I will be cool with you. If you're going to be a douchebag, well, guess what? You will be treated as such. Just because you got a little piece of tin badge on your fucking chest, don't mean shit. I'm going to respect our people. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. See, if you're getting into our brotherhood to sit there and legitimize yourself as being a douchebag and you want to sit there and act like a gangbanger, well, then stay the fuck out of our brotherhood. Keep your ass at home, sitting in mommy's basement, because we don't need shit like that. That's not what our brotherhood is. Our brotherhood, me, stands for helping each other. We go on rides together. We help the community out. That's what being a brotherhood means. That's what being a biker means. Not sitting there going up and blowing the fuck out of a strip club because you seen someone in with a different patch than yours. It does not mean driving down the fucking freeway at 80 miles an hour, shooting the fuck out of because you got a different cut on. Because someone's stepping on your toes. Fuck you and your bullshit. Do you realize how many miles of roads are in this country alone? The amount of roads that are just in the United States alone can accommodate every biker in this world 100 times. The amount of vast majority of this country is open for all of us to travel, all of us to take our freedoms and enjoy it. To sit there and say that this is my turf, nah, fuck you. It's not your turf. It's all our land. And you're in my country because my family was here thousands of years before you were even inventing a fucking boat. Swim across this sea. Christopher Columbus did not discover America, South America, North America. He never discovered anything because we were already here. Hey Ronald, how you doing, my friend? Good seeing you here again. So how is it that you guys are fighting over turfs? That's not even yours. You say you're in a brotherhood. You're a biker. Just start acting like one. Hey Jamie, welcome on in. And like I said, just in the United States alone, Canada, same thing. All these amounts of roads are essential to explore, to ride upon. As the old Native American saying goes, Mother Earth has enough to replenish our needs, not our greeds. I will say that there are some things that just really piss me off about our brotherhood, like recent events on a 99% club. I'm not saying the name, I'm saying he was involved, but I will say that how they handled their shit is way beyond stupid. That right there is a huge slap to our brotherhood's face. It demoralizes what our true brotherhood really means. Giving light or prospect to sit there and say anything about the club, giving the club a voice, or I should say, giving a prospect a voice. When in the biker communities knows prospects have no voice, prospects did not earn that voice. The club gave out information that they should not have given out to other people that should not see the information. There's codes that we live by. Most of you bitches forgot it. Trust is a key thing. Trust is the most important thing in all aspects of life. Because if we don't trust you, we don't have nothing to do with you. Having trust in somebody means that you stand firm with that person. You sit there and you would fight with that person, alongside that person. You will sit there and help that person up. Integrity. Integrity means that your word is matching your actions. If your words don't match your actions, then there's no more trust. Because you can give all the lip service you want. I'll give you a prime example. Your president, of the United States right now. Look how incompetent this bitch has always been. His actions don't meet his words. So again, there's no trust. Loyalty means you get into our brotherhood, you are loyal to that cause of being free. You put the brotherhood before yourself. Now, I don't mean give up your family because that's stupid. We're all family members. We all have partners. We all have kids. We have grandkids. Now, with that being said, you want to make sure that you get home every night to your family, right? then why are you sitting there fucking around taking someone else's life? Cops look at that. That's how come they are able to disclaim us as gangs, not brotherhood. That's how come they keep calling us gangs instead of bikers, clubs. Now, I'm going to play a little clip. Which one is it? Yeah, that's not that one. That's not that one. Nope. Nope. See, and that's one thing that I don't get. I don't get right there, right there. What you just said, that word right there. No snitches, no integrity. That right there. Nope. We, hey, one stop. How you doing, brother? We need to start taking back our freedom. We need to sit there and make sure that we are doing what we can to ensure our freedom is not like Australia. Because Australia has laws where we cannot ride with our cuts. We cannot ride with any more than two people. Now, do you guys want that here in the United States? Do you guys want that up here in Canada? Do you guys really want that? I know for me, I don't. And I'm not going to allow no pencil neck freaking twat waffle wishy washy paid bitch sit there and come against my freedom. Because I don't play that bullshit game. Now, I'm going to show a little bit of a video. Now, even though I don't fully agree with this concept of what it means because of the organization who runs it, I am not for the law at all. But I do have to give credit where credit is due. I do have to sit there and stand where it is. So let me get this down here real quick.
her way home from school. News 13's Emily Younger shows us how they rode to the rescue.
They're loud.
Hey, Ralph, how you doing, my friend?
Big, burly bikers dressed in black. And while they may appear dark and dangerous, the Punishers, a law enforcement motorcycle club in Albuquerque, are far from it.
Yeah, we were all pretty soft-hearted. I'm actually a nurse.
This week, the group, made up of military vets and former police officers, banded together with a local self-defense group to help a local girl in desperate need.
We were asked to talk to a young lady that was a victim of bullying.
That victim is just 5 years old and suffers from a mental disability. The girl's family, who
See, right there. Right there. A 5-year-old girl being bullied. And what all these people do? They came to their rescue. They're helping each other out. Now, like I said, I don't care for the law enforcement. I don't care for them little bitches whatsoever. But I do agree with that. As long as they are sincere in what they do and they do what they believe in, my hat's off to you guys. Because that right there is part of what being a brotherhood means. Good. Yep. See, like I said, I don't care for the little piggies. I have my reasons for it. But when you sit there and you're helping communities out, you sit there and you bring light to this. That's amazing. Because see, by doing that, that helps the community see a better light. Because we need to start painting a better picture for our community. Here's another one.
It's surprising because I figured there would only be like 2 or 3 people coming here, but there's a little more. And then again, on the other hand, I have all these people that are here for me, and it makes me feel good that I have a ton of people here for me and things like that. This is my dream. I'm living my dream right now.
8-year-old Alex Brewerton loves to fish because it allows him to clear his head after a hard day. And since Alex looks a little different on the outside, life at school hasn't come easy.
He has grown up with it since we went to the playground when he was 2. They played a game on the playground, keep away from the monster. And he's dealt with.
Now, this is something that really touches me very hard because I hate bullies. I hate bullies on the internet. I go after them bitches all the time. I go after these bullies in real life. Just because a person looks different does not mean they're bad. This kid is bullied because what he
bullying
looks
his
like.
whole life, and he will deal with it his entire life because this isn't going to change for him. So when
Now look at that. Just because of how he looks, he's being bullied. Just because he does not look like the normal rich bitches in his area. Just because he's different. It don't mean he can do anything different, but still.
we're there and we can stop it, and when we can make a difference in his life, that's what we try to do.
Come on, stay on. Ooh,
Hey, one shot. Can I cast this one out a couple times,
go
This
ahead.
please?
is
Yeah.
what
But
brotherhood
get
really
tangled. You're
means.
gonna have to reduce
Right
my
there.
line.
Alex is diagnosed with Clove syndrome, and it's a genetic condition that doesn't ever stop. He'll have it for life, and surgery is pretty much the only option right now, just to maintain it.
And how rare is this disease?
300 to maybe 400 people in the world have been diagnosed with Cloves, and facially like him, there's only 4 or 5 of us that I know about.
But now, thanks to Bikers Against Child Abuse, Alex has a whole new group of friends and a cool new name.
So tell me what your road name is again?
One shot.
One Shot. Nice.
We want
Now, I think that's cool as fuck. See, this is what our brotherhood really means. This is what our brotherhood really stands for. Yep. I wish they had boxing when I was a kid. But see, when I was a kid going through the same crap, as these kids being bullied, being abused, being raped, I had people like this save my happy ass. But mine were diamond clubs. Every night when I was being taken to safety, I'd get woke up and I'd see a diamond patch. So we always, as long as we had this brotherhood, we've always had people like that. We've always been for these people. We've always been this kind of a brotherhood. That is what our brotherhood really is. That's what our brotherhood really stands for. It is not. Let me get this one up. Okay.
Pulled out her cell phone and began recording when she realized a smaller group of Hells Angels members speed past her.
Hells Angels just shot at Vagos. There's 2 down.
In a 911 phone call, the witness told police dispatchers she had seen the Hells Angels stopped in an emergency exit lane moments earlier, appearing to be waiting for the Vagos motorcyclists to drive by. Identified members of the Hells Angels from the shooting were later seen on security camera footage at a Henderson Harley-Davidson location, parking bikes in a garage after the shooting. Those members identified as 46-year-old Stephen Allo and 66-year-old Richard DeVries. Prosecutors say
Now, doing shit like that, you're targeting a couple of people. You're shooting down the freeway 60, 70 miles an hour, sometimes 80 miles an hour. There's innocents out there. When you sit there and you do stupid shit like that, yeah, that's where the law enforcement bitches sit there and call us gangs. Because of that mentality right fucking there. Because of right there. Shooting down the freeway. Let's take a look at that one more time.
a smaller group of Hells Angels members speed past her.
Hells Angels just shot at Vagos. There's 2 down.
In a 911 phone call, the witness told police dispatchers she had seen the Hells Angels stopped in an emergency exit lane moments earlier, appearing to be waiting for the Vagos motorcyclists to drive by. Identified
Again, doing stupid shit like that, driving down the freeway. You know, I clicked out before I could make my point. But let's get back into that real quick.
in a car behind the Vagos bikers pulled out her cell phone and began recording when she realized a smaller group of Hells Angels members speed past.
Now, question for y'all. Is it just all the bikers on that road? Is it just all the bikers that are on that road? To me, it looks like a whole lot of other people along that stretch. And these asshats sitting there shooting it up for what? Yeah, there's tons of innocent bystanders out there that are going home, that are trying to make a living to support their family. To go in and do stupid shit like this is fucking completely retarded on every aspect. No, and see, like I said, I'm not one to sugarcoat shit. I'm not one to sit there and be one side or another. I'm not one of those that are scared to say what it is, how it is. And when you got these stupid fucks sitting there doing this shit, yeah, I'm gonna call you bitches out. Just the same as I'd expect the same thing from me. Because see, that's part of integrity. That's part of trust. Exactly. See, I don't use guns because guns let people know what I'm doing, where I'm at. I've had an LA gangbanger sit there and come after one of my kids. He found out very quickly. Biggest mistake of his life. Now, he is a full fledged gangbanger. He's got the tattoos, he's got all the affiliations, he's got all of the tags of the gang that he was in. I say he came after my kid. He found out very quickly it was the biggest mistake of his life. Because I told him one thing: come after my family, I come after you. But see, you use guns. I don't. I'll shake your hand, I will give you a hug, and watch you drop in a second. And walk off like nothing even happened. He thought I was kidding till I showed him my knife. The only person that got hurt would be the person I was targeting, not the innocents. I've always been told, growing up in this brotherhood, the best thing to do in your life is to ride underneath the radar. Don't let them know what you're doing. If you're going to do something stupid, keep your cut at home. So that way it does not bring unnecessary attention to the brotherhood. Because that's not what the brotherhood stands for. Most people today don't use that. Just as we had just seen a minute ago. Flying down the freeway 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. Now it's probably guessing around 80. You're firing a weapon at that distance, at that speed. You're not guaranteed to hit the target because you're sitting there riding and you have to concentrate on the road and you have to concentrate on everybody around you while you're riding. To sit here and do that bullshit slaps our brotherhood in the face. I had to laugh because I had this douchebag sit there and show me a video of a very dominant 1% club. A club this idiot's not even affiliated with. He sat there and he goes, I dare to call these bikers bitches. I just started laughing. It's like I do all the fucking time. I told him, everybody knows me. If you're going to act like a douchebag, you're going to get called a douchebag. If you're going to act like a bitch, you're going to get called a bitch. I will treat you accordingly. You're cool, you're cool. I pull no punches with anybody, and I'm no stranger to fighting. My knuckles are testimony to that. My scars on my body are testimonies to that. And yes, I know how it feels to be shot. I don't feel good. We need to stand up more and take our rights back as a brotherhood. Because you got loyalty. Well, hold on. First, trust. Trust is the key important thing. Just the same as with your mechanic. He's working on your car, your truck, your motorcycle. You need to make sure he or she fixes that right to make sure you get to your destination in a safe, equivalent manner, right? Doctor. You go to the doctor, get checked up. You're sitting there, you're trusting the doctor to make sure that you help get better. Not going in there for a migraine headache and coming out with your left testicle gone. Loyalty. That's something that most people forget right there. Loyalty right fucking there. Because see, there's people out there that sits there and don't know what loyalty means anymore, except for loyalty to the money. Why do you think these law enforcement bitches sit there and infiltrate our clubs? Why do you think they do that for? There's books upon books upon books about these bitches infiltrating our brotherhood. And on that note, I'm going to bring up. I'm going to bring up something real quick, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to give you guys an example of what I mean.
That would have been somewhere around like 2005 to 2007 and 8.
Okay. So between 2005, 2007, 8, you joined. What's that process? How does that happen?
Well, I'll tell you, join is probably not the correct word because a lot of the.
Now, mind you, this guy right here, retired FBI agent.
Your normal MO is you hang out, you become a probate. If you make it through probation, you get your cut. On that particular case, we were working, and don't get me wrong, I would have loved to have a cut. And I
What is a cut?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm talking as if everybody knows the 1%er biker world, or just the biker world. That's your leather vest.
Okay.
So, like, if you're the outlaws.
Now, did you guys just hear that? To me, there's something wrong about that. Because anybody can get a leather vest. Walk around, no problem. But when you sit there and you eat, hey Seagull, how you doing? Hey Hug, how you doing, sweetheart? When you sit there and you add the leather jacket to a person, that don't mean they're a biker. That don't mean a damn thing. Now, what is the cut? And what makes the cut is not just the leather vest. Because as I said, it don't matter. Because, like I said, the cut is not just a leather vest. Now, this right here, that symbol right there, that patch forms the cut. Mm-hmm. Yep. See, the cut is not just a leather vest. Anybody and everybody could buy one. Don't mean shit. It's when you start adding the patches to it. Then it becomes a cut. You see, one of the other misconceptions that people have is that the patch makes the man. No. If you're looking for the patch to make you a man, then you never will be a man. You're just a little bitch. You always will be a little bitch with big dick syndrome, with little dick problem. Now, how could we sit there and rectify this? Start using our heads. Us graybeards needs to start teaching these people what it means to be in the brotherhood. See, everybody thought that the AMA was the beginning of our brotherhood, American Motorcycle Association. And I know it's got different names all across the world, but still the same thing. Motorcycles were around way before AMA even started. Our brotherhood is far older than this gang shit. But more and more, this last decade has shown there's more people walking away from our brotherhood just because that patch that you got on tells you you can do it. Just because you can do it don't mean you should. Just think of that for a second. Just because you could don't mean you should. Because there's people out here writing checks with their egos their ass cannot cash. As I stated before, a little 99% club, very well known, sat there and shared information that no one should have. That's a slap to their organization. That's a slap to their brotherhood. That's a slap to all of us as a whole. Because now everybody knows their inner workings. They should not. That goes with integrity. That club does not have integrity. They do not have loyalty. They do not have trust. They don't even have any respect as they once did. You know? Exactly. Right there. Right there. If you're thinking that you're going to get a look cut, make you a man, like I said, you're never going to be a man. Your man card's still with your mommy on her purse. You know? Oh, yeah. See, I don't care what cut you've got on. I say this all the time at the end of my shows. I don't see the cut. I see the person holding it. I see the person wearing it. We need to see that. Just because you got a diamond on your cut, just because you went and made your mommy and daddy go broke buying you a $30,000, $40,000 motorcycle, so that way you can act big and bad, that don't mean shit. You're slapping your brotherhood in the face. You're slapping the reason why we even joined this. Are you guys wanting to lose our rights to ride down the road as a group? Are you wanting to make sure that all of this shit that we've been working for the last well over 100 years to get slapped in the face, to sit there and let it get diminished, let it get killed? You guys are feeding into the corruption. How many more does it take? Yep, that is true. You know, this is not going to be the only one that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a series of the Biker Brotherhood. I'm going to have people come up on panel, give us their view on what brotherhood means to them, what being a biker means to them. So that way we can get more of other people's views, what they think of certain things and all this stuff. Today is number one. With that being said, I need to cut it short. This has been going on almost an hour and a half. But as I always end up this thing, I want you guys to encourage one another, help one another out, lift one another up, encourage one another. Stop playing this bullshit of me, bull crap. You're not the only one on this planet. The sun does not revolve around you. It revolves around all of us. Well, actually, we revolve around it. If you see a person struggling, help them up. You never know what's going to be your last. I recently lost my granddaughter. Several tragic events. She unfortunately succumbed to those, and she couldn't make it any longer. Live life for today. Don't hold grudges. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. I say that daily to people. I do not have a past either because I don't live there. I live for right now. I live for today. My past cannot hurt me because I don't live there. My past does not bother me a bit. There's things I'm haunted by. There's times where I get no sleep at all for days on end because of it. But it doesn't define who I am. It just defines what I went through. But with that again being said, it don't matter what branch of service you're in, will be in, or was in. Whether it be the Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, National Guards, Army. Hoorah! You got our love, you got our support here 100%. We may hash on each other a time or two, but you know what? At the end of the day, we are still brothers and we know it. We can get away with hashing each other. That's just normal bullshit. But we'd still stand by each other through thick and thin. We'd still stand up for each other because that's part of integrity. That's still part of trust. That's part of loyalty. That's part of respect. You know? Exactly. And respect is something that is not given. Respect is something that is earned. Just same as trust. You want us to trust you? You want us to respect you? Then give us a person to respect. Give us a person to trust. Show us your integrity. Show us who you really are. Because we don't trust just on your word that says, oh, you can trust us. Don't work that way. I had my throat cut by a person that says, oh, you can trust me. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Back was turned to him. Fuck was too scared to face me face to face, so he cut my throat from behind. Hey, Fat Daddy, how you doing, my brother? Like I said, integrity, respect, loyalty, trust, honor. I mean, I can go on a little bit more just on the codes of our brotherhood. And I am going to do another show probably Sunday if I have time. Because what I want to do is I want to have a biker's coffee, biker's round table, gather together and discuss things about the positive side of bikerhood, brotherhood, where we break down each things of our lives that we've done within the brotherhood, other people's done in our brotherhood, stuff like that. Bring some history. I want to bring our history out into light a little bit more. I just got to find the time right now to do it. On the other hand, it don't matter what cut you've got on, whether it be a mom and pop riding club, RC, MC, AC. Hey, Too Tall. How you doing, brother? Good seeing you again. You know, like I said, it don't matter what cut you've got on, whether it be the Diamond Club, no club, no affiliation to any club. No matter what you ride, it's just a matter of fact that you're out there riding, enjoying the freedom. You've got our support, you got our respect here, you got our honor. This is you guys' channel, not just mine. My name may be on it, but this is all you guys' channel. Come in here with respect, you will be treated with respect. If you come in here like a douchebag, well, guess what? We have fun with those bitches. You follow our rules, it's plain and simple. It don't matter who you are. But we gotta be respectful. We gotta be helpful. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the season. Enjoy the freedom. Enjoy living life to the fullest. Because like I said, tomorrow's not promised. That is why today is called a present. Because our great Father has already given us our gift. Our great Father has already given us one more day on this planet. So we need to start living for today. We need integrity. We need our trust. We need our loyalty. We need all of our common grounds to come back up. We need our codes of honor to come back. We need the Brotherhood's codes to be reinforced, to be solidified. If we don't stand up right now, our Brotherhood will be lost. And it's being destroyed all over the place. So with that being said, again, I thank you guys for showing up today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and all the other cheesy bullshit. Let me know what you guys think of the show.